share the screen. Everybody see the screen okay? We just minimize the Zoom, folks. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Dave, you weren't here last time, so I guess we can start with you.
Okay. Haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, folks, so this week I just have some pretty pictures. The theme is picket fences. And this was shot in a small town called Oysterville in the Pacific Northwest. And as the name suggests, Oysterville is an oyster producing region between the Willapa Bay and the Pacific Ocean. So it has an antique neighborhood with very old houses, and they all have pretty picket fences around their beautiful gardens and lawns. So I was up there one day and I was just shooting the fences, and I thought I would share that.
Nice. Are they all white picket fences or do they
No,
vary?
blue, orange, red.
Oh, nice.
You know, they've been painted over the years.
Sure.
Some of them grow moss on it. It's a very wet area.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of moss up there.
Oh, yeah. It's very wet, very muddy.
Uh-huh. Well, cool.
So they're very colorful pictures, and I ran these in watercolor filter. And part of this project this week is I tried to leave more of the watercolor filter on. I've been sliding it back closer to photographic.
So you want it more
Get
painterly?
more brush quality,
Yeah,
more painterly look.
Mhm.
But I was wondering, does anybody know how to get rid of that little two spots of red or pink? Yeah, that really kind of jars you.
Does that throw you off?
Yeah,
Are these here?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking more at these.
The red is just another flower
Yeah.
or flowers.
Yeah, it's a
I
flower.
I suppose you could pick some of these down because they're kind of linear. Maybe break these apart. But I would probably get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I
for
don't,
sure.
when I'm looking on a little screen, I don't see that
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
as well. You've got it really magnified so you can see everything.
Well,
But
but
yeah, I
I'm,
see that up there. It's like
Yeah.
a hole in the picture,
yeah,
like a BB gun pop.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're
if
right.
somebody broke the window.
Like
Yeah.
the small screens, you gotta let zoom in.
But what would you just put a layer
Yeah.
on there and then just darken it or
Or clone it out.
clone it out?
Yeah, or you can, if it's really hard to clone, then you can do, either content aware fill or use AI, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just
But I mean,
decrease the amount of the color too, like maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, it is pretty bold,
Less-
but
Well, we
it
can,
is
But that was.
the flowers that were there,
That is a
so.
flower that was there, interesting. That was
I'm not
fun.
rewriting nature, but also in this particular picture, it was very misty and foggy, so that's how that diffuse background.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
yeah, easily in Photoshop, you could, fix this stuff like nothing. Oops, how did I get
Yeah,
hooked? I
first
was
thing
hitting
you
the wrong
want
one
to-
there. Hang on.
Or whatever that color is. I'm about half colorblind actually, but, it kind of bothered me, but then I realized that was the actual flowers, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Smelling flowers.
yeah,
But I thought maybe the.
Boy, how do I get rid of that?
Didn't process quite right.
I was the same way, that's what I
Yeah.
first thought too.
So then I didn't have near the problem with it.
Maybe it'll get rid of it then. Nope, it's still there. That's bizarre. Go away.
time to update. They
Yeah.
want me to spend some money.
Yeah, right.
It's fun to update every 2 weeks.
It
Yeah,
is,
no
isn't it?
kidding. Well, you know what? Let's quit this one and let's try the regular version instead of the beta and see if it's giving me grief too.
Yeah, I deleted my beta. I was having problems with my regular Photoshop and I was doing research on it. And they said, get rid of your beta and your regular Photoshop will
Okay,
straighten up, and it did. So I haven't brought it back in since then.
interesting. All right, well, there's a number of ways you could do it. You could just get like a little clone brush. I use S for the shortcut, and you could just do
Right.
Pickup and destination, and break this up a little bit, or even expand it so it's not so linear.
Oh, you're painting on the picture.
Yeah, well, I'm actually cloning.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it that way.
Just breaking it up.
What, are you using a paintbrush or a pencil?
A clone brush.
Yeah.
So I'm
well,
actually
Look
picking,
at
I'm
that.
actually picking up and laying down. And then over here, you know, you could probably do the same thing. I'm gonna make my brush a little bigger with a bracket key and do the same kind of thing.
Looks more like flowers now.
Yeah, it
Yes, it
does.
does.
I like it
Interesting.
now.
Oh, Sandy, wow, you're a magician.
Yeah,
Look at
okay.
that, it knocked out that hole.
Yeah, if you want to get rid of this one, boom, there, gone. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
now
that's a
What
quick,
did you
easy
use
fix.
to cover the hole?
A clone brush. You
And
can
picked a
also,
Color,
yeah, what it does is it gives, if you hold the option key down, it gives you a pickup area. And then you, like that, and then when you let go, you go over to where you want, it'll drop it on your destination. So basically, it's copying it over and dropping it.
you can fix it in 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You gonna break that flower up over there?
yeah, it could, yeah, it's just kind of something like that.
Yeah, it's not as
Not as
eye-catching.
jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because before it was just
That's
not
amazing.
organic looking, you
Yep.
know, it looked more like a line or a mistake or something. Yeah, so that would be a very simple way to
It's
do it.
amazing.
That's a nice picture though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
And there's the blue picket fence.
Yeah, that picture sounds
All
nice.
right, so let's hide that and we'll go back to work here. Okay, so I'm gonna make this full screen again. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's moss growing on this one. Now look at that beautiful green lawn with the amazing bush.
What is that stuff?
Yeah, I like that.
You know, the Northwest is wet and lush.
That's right.
I really love the textures in this bush.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really.
and the watercolor, it kind of made it a little stringier.
Mhm.
Now on this one, guys, full reveal, there was one post only on one side of the picture. So to frame it, I copied it and pasted it onto the other side,
I got
so
you.
that the picture would be framed.
That's great. That was a
Right.
Good idea.
Right,
Yeah. Idea.
so I
Yeah, it
framed
works
it.
out nicely.
But again, like the picket fence over here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some of them on 4, are little, they picked up the color on the green and put it on the fence.
Yes,
And so you could clone out that's a portion as well.
Sure, sure. Clean it up or use a healing brush.
Cleans
That's
it up,
another way to
yeah.
do it. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
also there's those fluffy flowers that like cotton
Snowballs.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We call them snowballs in Ohio.
Yeah,
This kind of remind me of those Furbies in the original Star Treks.
the trouble with
The
tribbles.
tribbles.
The tribbles, yeah, tribbles, yeah, exactly.
Tribbles.
Troubles with tribbles. All right.
Okay, so a little more of the watercolor effect left on. And this person had this nice piece of driftwood, but it was a little farther away than I could capture in one frame. So that is, I glued that on, you know, photo montage,
Mhm.
the right panel with the driftwood.
Gotcha.
So it's not quite real. So I just montaged it because of the color and I wanted that piece of driftwood with the picket gate.
Looks like the hinges are all crooked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything's old and dilapidated from the
Yeah.
weather.
yeah. I'm guessing they don't open that gate much.
The trim board wasn't wide enough to hold
Yeah.
the whole.
Yeah, probably, you know, it worked its way down from gravity. And
You know, this area floods and people, the lower part of their house gets flooded. So we were looking around, I wanted to move there at one point, but it's become too expensive. People have to have lofts to live on the second deck. So everything at the bottom gets muddy and wet
Ah,
in that area.
yeah,
That
But
would
it's
be
a
for me.
beautiful town.
One time would be enough.
yeah, really,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh, look at that.
Now, and I
That's nice, Dave.
Adirondack chairs
Mhm.
somewhere in Philadelphia, or somewhere you were.
Yeah.
So here's a blue fence, but somebody had a bunch of that Adirondack chairs on their deck. And I have about 3 or 4 shots of this, but this one I like because the pieces fit in nice and tight,
Mhm.
like a puzzle piece. The
Yeah,
forms and the shapes.
yeah, it kind of pulls your eye through.
Yeah,
Nice.
kind of a tight knit color
Mhm.
composition with those chairs. And it was real bright, but I ran it in watercolor a little bit. Now that last one, Sandy, I left more of the watercolor effect onto it to get that brush quality, like it's a painting.
Mhm.
So that's a straight shot, run in watercolor, left more to the effect.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's doing the job.
Yeah,
Definitely, definitely.
very colorful, painterly.
Yeah. You seem to be mastering that quite well now.
You,
Yeah. All right.
Good job, Dave.
All right. Well, let's skip around a little bit. Steve, you up? I don't know if he's online. Steve Carr?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
Sure,
Sure.
jump in.
go for it.
Catalina's sunset,
Ah, nice.
one of those rare days. That's how you can tell California's on fire.
Mhm.
Sure, it's not the fires that are going there now.
that's,
No, this was taken a couple years ago, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's that at?
Catalina Mountains, probably up around Thimble Peak Overlook, maybe a little higher, not sure.
It's nice.
That is nice.
Very nice. Yeah, I like the interplay here of all the different tonalities and shapes.
I pulled the blacks down a little bit in the foreground, but not much else was done to it.
Wow, nice. Well, that works out real well.
I like the way that it layered in though, Sandy, with the separate ranges there.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the little city lights, I'm guessing they are in the middle of it, like.
Oh, up in here.
Yeah, I think that is either traffic or houses, one of the two, but
Andy, I'm wondering, that curvature, is that a digital distortion? Or did he just?
no, I don't think so. I applied I should say the color corrections and the lens corrections to that. So this was not taken, was taken at a wide angle setting.
Yeah,
But the curvature of the mountains itself.
I think it gives that illusion because they're going up on both sides, so it kind of
Yes.
looks like it's got a curvature going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegas, baby. Love
And
it.
that was just a composite that I put together for multiple exposure.
Mhm.
The lady in the front is a mannequin. So,
Yeah. I don't think the Beatles ever played Vegas, but what the heck?
oh yeah. Well, they didn't play Vegas, but they've got their show there. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
Impersonators.
no, the oh,
Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They've got the Love Show, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see that if it's still around.
Elvis played.
Oh, Elvis, of course he did. Yeah, Elvis was Vegas.
Second home. Yes.
Yeah, really. Well, that kind of says it all. I like it. I wonder maybe a little vignette or some kind of toning to kind of bring you into to the mannequin a little bit more. Might work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might be worth a try.
Have some amaretto, Di Serrano amaretto.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is just a setup with 3 mirrors and some objects to shoot.
Nice.
Lens ball sitting on top of a DVD.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
What's this little piece here?
That is actually a sculpture, I should say,
Yeah,
an
that's
object d'art, if you want to call it
object
that.
day,
but-
art day, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I really like the way it's repeating.
So your solid base is sitting on a mirror also, is that?
No, actually, the solid base is sitting, it's done in a light tint, so
Oh, okay.
had a black background. The lens ball is sitting on the CD behind the 3 mirrors. So the 3 mirrors give it a bit of a kaleidoscopic effect.
Mm.
Um,
So the mirrors are in front and you're shooting through them.
yes, I'm shooting through them.
Okay. And I'm guessing they're closer to the lens. They're not all that big, but they're,
The mirrors themselves are about 8 by 10. I think 8 inches by 10 inches.
yeah.
Tried it with bigger ones. It doesn't really work well with bigger ones, so you'd have to be back a lot farther.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, I like it.
I like that.
I'm gonna have to give that a shot when I get home.
There you go.
Yeah, the mirrors were really duct taped together in a triangular form, so it was an easy deal.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you decide to come to studio next week, maybe you could do a still life like this.
Yeah, demonstrate.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to play with it?
I could do that.
All right, bring it on in. Okay, excellent. I think, well, you dropped the light tent off, so that should be here.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Is it in the storeroom or do you know where they put it?
Yeah, I think they put it in the storeroom next to the big cabinet, but it could have moved since
All
then,
right,
so.
I'll check it out. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have another one here too. We have more than one group of you want to play with that. Excellent. Yeah, that could be fun. Okay. Now we got something to do next week. Excellent.
I'm looking forward. Excited.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's quite a Kachina.
That is Tubac, the Turquoise Mountain shop. This was taken late afternoon through one of the windows down there.
Hmm.
Little masking in Lightroom and dropping all the background out.
Sure. Yeah, you really got a nice mask on the fur.
Yeah,
Yeah, good for you.
Lightroom does a good job.
It really does. It's astonishing how far they've
Big
come.
improvement over what it was
Oh,
4
yeah,
years ago, yeah.
definitely. Okay.
No.
And that is simply the plastic carrier off a 6-pack.
Would you melt it?
Torn up, cut apart, stretched,
Oh, stretch.
abused, yes, and then thrown on a black background.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, my, that's cool.
Almost looks like calligraphy
Yeah.
in reverse.
So this was kind of a minimalist thing.
Yeah.
And just shooting what you have.
There you go. Yeah.
Little abstract, of course, yes.
I think you could put a lot of these together and make a abstract expressionist painting. You know, like
You can make a brush out of that.
Klein or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it could be an interesting brush, taking parts of it. Especially down in here.
Pretty cool gesture.
Yeah, I like it. Nice.
So just a little fun, yes.
Well, we gotta have fun, don't we? Did I?
Absolutely.
Yep, I did. Okay, nice. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, let's go up to Paula.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, that is, we went to Disney last Thanksgiving and I was trying to work with my new camera, so just playing. And that's called the Astro Orbiter. And I took it and brought up the lights, gave it a background, and then used a little blur effect on some of the outside rotational things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that one came out.
Nice. It's almost got
Very nice. Very nice.
like a steampunk quality to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Thank you. This mask was actually a Christmas decoration. It was huge in New Orleans Square. So I think it happened. It was near the time that they had the event in New Orleans. So I took out the background. The tears in the eyes are AI generated, and then I just played with it a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah, I could see taking this one maybe and beefing it up a little bit with blacks and whites, just
Mhm.
separate it a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm not even sure you really need the center tier, that bit coming out of the eye and then one falling is.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. Although things usually work well in odd numbers.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
there might be a little too much distance with just two, for my taste. Yeah. Oh, that's
This was taken at the Botanical Gardens over the weekend. Just wanted to go look at the railroad layouts. So we walked around and I saw this bicycle. So I took it and did some work with it. Brought out I worked at it in sections and put a little stylize on it.
hmm
Very nice effect.
Yeah, it is. This is just exploding. That's great. Love the way
Yes.
that's working. I'm just gonna,
That was a good find.
yeah, really nice
Good
find.
picture.
I'm just curious how,
I think with this one, Paula, the painterly effect that you used on this
Yeah,
is so what I want to call minimalist, that it's
yeah,
almost undetectable, but it
yeah.
really adds,
I didn't want to overdo it. I just wanted to
yes,
add a touch.
it really adds to the ambience of the picture itself.
I keep hitting the wrong darn things here. Hang on a second, guys. I want to take this picture. Come on back. Let's just escape, make it easier. Go into Photoshop here. No, I guess I gotta be over there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, sometimes that cursor really gets in the way of things. Oh, good. Went right into since it's a TIFF, it defaulted into camera raw. So I'm just wondering. Oh, now I got two of them. Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering if a little vignette might help on this. So you could even just do a little vignette of your own.
Mhm.
Using, I'd probably feather that out a bit and then play around with it,
Yeah,
you know,
that would work.
and then maybe kick the highlights back a little bit in it, just to bring your eye in there. That would be one way to do it. Yeah, maybe just a little less,
Mhm.
something like that. The other option might be, to use Don's favorite tool, which is the radio gradient. Maybe.
I do away with that, I'm gonna be hurting.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, something like that, and then invert it and see if we can clean it out a little bit. And then you can, just work it that way. So that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
either way, I'll get you there.
All right. Cool, thanks.
Sure. Hide that out. Okay, let's continue here.
This was a sunrise. I added a little bit of texture to it, brought out some of the oranges,
Mhm.
but I just like the top light one going up into the sky. So,
This one here, yeah,
yeah,
that's really nice. Well, you got some interesting things going on here too,
yeah.
and dancing right across here. Yeah, I like that a lot. Nope. Going the wrong way here. Come on. There we go.
And again, this was at Disneyland walking around, and this was just some of the staging and buildings they have along the River of Americas there. So,
Mhm.
and I just brought up some of the textures. I used the remove and some clone to take stuff out of the background that didn't really look through that you could see through the trees. So I took all that out
Mhm.
and just played with it.
Mhm. What do you think about getting a little more separation by maybe darkening the trees down a little bit?
Yeah,
I'm just throwing things out here. What do you guys think? Yeah, okay,
I tried to see what it looked like,
yeah. Yeah, you might want to play with that a little bit.
okay.
Okay. See, do we have any more? No, that's it.
Nope, that's it.
All righty,
Good work, Paula.
Thank you.
real nice. Kim, are you available? All right.
All Becky left, so yeah. I went to the Ignite Museum a week and a half ago, the field trip.
Ah,
So I decided to play something I haven't done this in a long time. This is one of the neon signs. And did a lens blur using the lens. Shutter speed was 1/6 of a second, and then I had a telephoto lens, a new lens on, so I just moved the lens as I was doing the exposure.
so you zoomed it or you moved it?
I zoomed it,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
and we moved
Grew.
it down.
no,
Camera stationary, you move your lens.
Oh.
so you moved the zoom, so this stuff grew. Yeah, you can
That's
notice it
very cool.
here,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not the in-camera motion, it's not the ICM, it's moving the lens itself, and zooming the lens.
Then is it all dark inside the museum or you?
No, I darkened it,
Oh,
yeah.
Very cool.
yeah, I darkened the background, just to get rid of what was behind this sign.
Yeah. Do they have a lot of neon there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of the old
A
stuff.
lot of the old stuff.
I can
This is
imagine.
all inside. They have signs outside also that are not lit up, the big signs.
Right.
Huge Arby's sign out in back. And then some, a sign for outside for, an old bowling alley.
Oh, interesting.
And then some other stuff.
Mhm.
But inside, there's a lot of neon,
A lot of beer signs.
a lot of beer signs,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of those. Where are they located?
It is, we took the 22nd Street exit and
Yeah.
went east,
Uh,
but it's in an industrial area because it's in an old warehouse.
okay. So I
So
know
couldn't
when
tell
you, yeah, because I know when you get off 10 from 19 on the
Uh-huh.
north side, there's some old motels there that have some really nice
Right,
stuff there. And I
right.
was wondering if maybe they might.
Yeah, before you get onto 10, because you're getting off at 22nd, heading east.
Mhm. Right, so
but I
that,
couldn't-
so they're not tied with those old relics.
No,
It'd be nice if they could grab that stuff before it gets
Well,
taken
they
down.
actually had grabbed or were planning on grabbing, I don't know if you saw it on the local news a few weeks ago, the no-tell motel sign.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody stole it.
Uh-huh.
They got it.
Oh, excellent.
The person turned it in.
Oh,
Taken it.
nice, nice.
So they do have, they're working on it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
out and back and.
Yeah, those other ones, I think they're gonna be getting the wrecking ball pretty soon. So
Yeah.
that looks like it's all condemned, at least the buildings are.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
All right.
this was a field trip?
This was
The
a field
camera?
trip, yeah.
yeah, excellent. Yeah, you guys are picking some nice locations lately.
I think Hancock is really.
Yeah, she's
getting
really,
cool
really
places.
working on it. Excellent.
Here's
Oh,
another one.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Now you can really see the zoom effect on this
Yeah.
one, yeah.
So you can see, I did 2 or 3 different movements,
Mhm.
but this is the one that at least you can see still see the lettering.
Yeah,
To know what you're looking at, but the colors and everything. And then I just cropped it in a little bit just to even it out on the sides.
Okay.
Sides and bottom, brought the bottom up a little.
uh-huh,
Did not really, I think I played with the vibrance, saturation, just a touch for the
Uh-huh.
reds, but otherwise I didn't touch anything.
nice.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, that is nice.
And then this
Uh-huh.
one I took into Topaz Studio. And that's a texture that sort of I think it said scratched rainbow, but it kind of reminded me of rain.
I was gonna say, it looks like it's out in the rain.
Yeah, and that's what I was going for. It looks
Yeah.
like the signs out in the rain.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah. Nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe a little more contrast,
Okay,
in the background.
on the background.
Yes. That might bring out the rain effect a little more and kind of drop it back a little bit.
Okay,
So it's not so prominent.
yeah, I played with it a little, but I'll play with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then this one, I created my own constellation.
That's great.
Nice job.
It's one of the signs, I forget for where, took out, there was a bit of neon at the bottom part of the sign, and that I cloned out, or,
Yeah.
didn't want it there, and then, again, this is a texture in Topaz, so I
Uh-huh.
put the texture back behind it.
So that's your photograph also of
Yes.
the atmosphere?
No.
No, that's a texture in Topaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some star effects in there.
It's not the galaxy back there.
No.
It looks like the Milky Way,
It
yeah.
looks like the Milky Way,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it just, yeah.
So this is the Yippee-ki-yay constellation.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Okay. That's super cool.
Shake that juice. Nice,
That is nice.
yeah.
So I think that's it. None of them required a whole lot of work. It was just fun doing this sort of
Yeah.
thing for a change.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can do it in
Shows
camera.
that you were having fun. You're
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
It's really fun.
Yeah, nice. Well, thank you. All right, let's go to Jim Bowman.
So this is a guy in Mexico. And of an area that today is a drug cartel run. But this guy is Indian, and he just wanted to show me his great apple. Wow, whatever it was. So
Nice.
it's just kind of a street photography.
Very good.
I like it.
Yeah, I like his poncho.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
In black and white, or did you render it to black and white?
No, I shot it in black and white.
Yeah. Is it black and white, or is there some browns?
It's kind of a sepia.
I added the sepia tone.
Oh, it really works good.
Mhm.
He looks like he could give Clint Eastwood a run for his money.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Try my apple.
Guy's staring down his nose at you, yeah. Oh, it's nice. Wait, looks like you're using a fairly wide lens too.
Mm,
It's kind of more prominent here, and then his eyes are dropping back and. Yeah, I
Is
like
that
it.
a camera or is it a cell phone?
no, it's a camera.
Yeah. Was this film originally or?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So it was literally shot in black and white. No, nice.
Mm.
Gotta keep away from
Yeah,
those
this is-
corners.
So I took a trip to Texas Canyon,
Uh-huh.
up there.
Mhm.
yeah.
And so this was shot at Texas Canyon.
Nice. Is that the original sky or did you?
I got, it's like a hair on fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, parts of that canyon kind of remind me of Joshua Tree, where the
Yeah.
rocks are,
Boulders.
the boulders, yeah. Or that area you go through after you get, if you're going towards San Diego,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
after you go through the desert in Centralia, you
lots of
go,
boulders.
Oh,
Yeah,
go up those boulders and
Yeah.
that road that goes up and over. Yeah,
yeah, those are all over.
Oh,
So this was, a shot that I added the night sky,
Mhm.
but,
Mm.
I was really experimenting because I bought this new, Topaz AI and, really works well.
Mhm.
And, I combine it with, probably most of you guys don't use it, but it's, on one
Mhm.
AI.
Yeah,
And it's pretty much kind of similar to Photoshop, but I like it because it's easier to use,
yeah.
at least for my money.
Okay.
Anyway,
the background was produced by AI.
no. The sky, you mean?
Yeah,
No, it was just a sky replacement.
Mhm. Well, there's a couple things that catch my eye that would, if you just did some subtle things to it, would blend better. I think down here, if you blended this a little bit, I don't know how your comping program works, bringing the sky in, but I know in Luminar you can,
Yeah, mine's the same.
yeah, you can
But-
adjust the
Yeah.
masking a little bit.
Well, it was, see, the sky really only went to the sunset area.
Mhm.
And then what was in the foreground there was really just the natural landscape.
Okay, so this was existing and then
Yeah,
blended somewhere up in
exactly.
here. I gotcha. Well,
So, but
yeah, maybe just darkening this down a hair might work. And then darkening or eliminating that because my eye just keeps going there because it's the lightest part of the
Right.
photograph. Yeah,
that's true.
those two things I think would take it away.
Same thing, Texas Canyon, experimenting with sky replacement
Mhm.
and, and then, I don't know what those are, whether they are like, probably, what do they call
Sandhill cranes, maybe?
Yeah, sandhill cranes.
Or some kind of big,
Or
big flock of
geese,
birds,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, or yeah, Canadian geese, maybe, yeah,
them?
yeah. So they were part of this background that you got?
Yeah, they look more Canadian than Sandhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Neck is long enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say the necks are shorter. I agree with you. Oh, that's a lovely one.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice. I really like that.
Yeah, that one is, again, just sky replacement and, trying to blend to see how well I could use this new blending tool
Mhm.
and,
Yeah, I think it worked real well on this one.
Your light from the right, is that something that you added
no,
or light or anything? Or that's just the sun shining and coming in from that direction?
right, yeah,
Okay.
I try to match it that way.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
you did a good job.
yeah, works
very
out
nice
nicely.
picture.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That tree, especially that, and I like the darkness of that tree behind it.
Mhm.
I really like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Thank you. All right, done.
Nothing special.
Oops,
Bird.
hang on here.
I was up to Sweetwater Preserve where I got these.
Mhm.
And,
Now, where is that?
the Prince of Buckstone.
It's off at
Go up
10.
Up
Up off of
Yeah,
Prince.
north of Prince, yeah,
Yeah.
and west,
Oh, I know where it
west,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay, I can-
Sweetwater Wetlands, yeah.
Yeah,
And the reeds behind him was really a bright green, and I just thought it dominated the picture, so. I decided to try some of Alan's tricks and blur it, and maybe turn it into a black and white, and then I kind of cocked it, so it was a kind of an angle, and then painted the bird back in and colored it in.
Mhm.
I like it.
oh,
So how did you convert it? Did you just desaturate it or did you,
I turned it black and white.
you just did it
then
black and
put a
white?
Mask on it,
Uh-huh.
Lightroom or Photoshop.
and then just brought it back through? Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that works really well.
Yeah, that's working good.
Oh,
This vermilion flycatcher, I did, instead of going with a black vignette, I started playing around with the white, and I just blew it clear out.
Mhm.
And, when I did the, radial filter and then inverted it, and then just blew the edges and stuff out on it.
Just, yeah. So,
that's good. I can't believe we got one.
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of those
Pretty
branches in the
hard.
bottom.
Got one coming up that I've been trying to get for a couple of years now, finally was
Yeah.
successful.
yeah.
I thought about taking them out, those branches,
Yeah, or blurring them.
Yeah, exactly.
That would just blur them down.
blow them down.
Yeah, yeah, blur them and just get rid of them, yeah. Yeah,
Before I sent them, I looked at that, I thought, I ought to take them out of there, and I just, yeah, I'll see what Sandy has to think.
See what Sandy
See whether he
says, yeah.
agrees with that thought or not.
yeah, I would definitely take them out. Nice.
Thank you. I was trying to catch a duck on the wing, and I was following him in, shooting them. And that's where finally focused and got him. He hit the water pretty hard, and the water flew, and
Yeah,
I just like the way the water is flying,
Oh,
the
yeah.
reflection.
Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you.
funny because the expression he has, it almost looks like he was just sitting there, maybe he
Yeah.
just flapped or something. Yeah. Rather- rather than landing.
The warning they're coming in.
Right. Yeah,
And the water the splashing water was really pretty blue too, so I
Yeah.
toned the blue down in that, so it wasn't so,
hmm
looked more natural, I thought.
yeah. But I like what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Put a vignette around it.
Mhm.
That's my luck shot.
There you go.
Wow,
The,
you got it, huh?
the edge of that frame, that's how close he come to being out of the picture.
Uh-huh.
Everything else is cropped from the right down to him.
That's unbelievable.
I put that in Luminar Neo, and then the sharpness and stuff in that, and it brought the feathers on his breast and stuff, I don't know that I like that particularly, but they look kind of funky to me, but I
Yeah,
really like the looks of the bird otherwise.
yeah, you can get very selective with that, with masks, like if it's too
Mhm.
much in one area.
I was
you can-
trying
you
to,
can-
trying to do some of that, and I wasn't, not doing something right, I wasn't having very much luck with it.
Yeah,
I'll have to work on it some more.
so I'll work on this one since you have it, but let me move this out of the way here real quick. So,
Also, Don, I was thinking of if it would help the picture, if you have like, well, Topaz has a good one, but of a sharpening tool that could, especially right there in the head area, the eye and the beak,
mhm.
it's a little bit off, and you can
Mm-hmm.
get it to probably come back in
Okay.
with sharpened.
I've got the Topaz AI.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so if we go into edit tool palette here, the nice thing now is, see, you've got this edit menu and it's great now because we haven't done anything. And
Oh, would it come through with, changing it to JPEG? Would that still come through?
well, yeah,
Okay.
but you can work in RAW, you can work in TIFFs, you can work whatever you want. I generally come out of Lightroom in a TIFF. I save it in the Pro RGB space in 16-bit. So you got as much information as
Okay.
possible, and then take it that way and bring it back. Or just start in RAW and work on
Mhm.
it. That's the other way to do it. But let's just say we want to use structure, and I'm just going to crank it way up here. Let's see what. I don't really see much changing. Yeah, there we go.
The
Okay.
wings look changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
a lot of change.
Yeah. But
See, I
see-
had that in there and I
Yeah.
thought I didn't think it looked natural.
right. So I'm going to overdo everything just so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So now I'm going to go into masking, and I'm just going to take a brush, and I'm only going to paint where I want it. So maybe, we're just going to paint in this area here, so that it's just showing there. So now you see it before and after, it's just in that area. And now, when I was doing it, maybe there was too much here, which was the problem you were having. If you close this up and then open it again,
Mhm.
it'll give you a new one.
Right.
So at that point, let's take it way up, see, yeah, all right. So just for illustration. So now I'm going to go into masking and get a brush. Now maybe I just want it to affect this area. Okay. So if I go back to adjustments, you can see it's only affecting that area.
Mhm.
Now, maybe I want to go the other way and just kind of soften up since it's too hard. You can go negative too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So if there's an area where it's working and another area where it's not, then just mask it to the area you like, turn it off, turn it on again, and then go into the other area, maybe give it less or not, or don't give it any if it's really bad. You can do that. So basically,
Now, how do I read something, or maybe you said something about once you make a mask, you can copy it.
yes.
How do you, I've tried that and I can't get it to copy.
All
How
right.
do you get-
Well, let me go back here to this edit. So now I'm in this edit menu. Actually, it stays gray when it's not on, but you get this little dot to let you know there's
Oh,
tools in there. So you see there's two structures now?
Yes.
All right. So this one's the one we just did, right? And this one is the other one for the wings. Okay. So say I wanted to copy the wings for something else. What you do is you go into masking, go down to mask actions.
Okay.
And that's where your copy is.
Mine, okay.
All right,
When
now
I go-
hang
When I go
on.
down there, it's never highlighted. They're always grayed out.
Well, then you didn't make a mask.
Oh, you gotta make the mask.
You got to make the mask first,
Oh.
because otherwise you're copying nothing.
I guess I was picking the brush, wanted to copy the brush.
Oh, no. You make the
gotta
mask,
Actually make the mask.
Yeah, have to
then
make-
Go back,
copy it.
copy, okay.
So say you want to use that mask for different things, like maybe we want to use it for detail now.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll copy it. Okay, and then we'll go back to tools and we'll go for detail. So now we find details. We'll go back to masking. And now see paste
Now
is,
I see, okay.
paste is lit up. So you hit paste.
That's where I wasn't going. I
And
wasn't
see if I hit
thinking
show,
first
you
step
can
first.
see it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now, when I go to my adjustments, the only area is going to be, again, just the wings,
Hmm.
okay? Now conversely, if you wanted to do something to the other areas, what you could do is like say, maybe we'll go to color here and go to masking. And we'll go mask actions, we'll go paste. Similar to what you would do in Lightroom when you do copy and or duplicate and invert. Now that you pasted it,
Oh, now you can invert it.
yeah, so there it is.
Oh, wow.
Just invert it, right?
Invert, yeah.
Yeah, and then work on the rest of it. So basically,
That's where I was making my mistake.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
starting with that and didn't
so then
know.
if you go back to your adjustments, maybe what you
Yeah.
might want to do is change, yeah, really saturate them up or do something, I don't know, play with vibrance or what have you. Remove a color cast. It might be fun. Or you can do something like that, and it's gonna affect everything but the wings. Yeah,
Thank you,
sure.
that opened the door for me.
You know, Don, let me just comment. Aside from the technology, because I get really lost quick, you guys know your technology.
Mhm.
The original photograph, the impact of the original photograph
Yeah.
really shows that you're a really good photographer.
I got really
Before
lucky
going
on that
deep
one.
into the Photoshop.
For going into the
He's
weeds
really
here.
good photographer,
Thank
to
you.
be able to capture that, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now
Birds are hard to get.
Jim was mentioning the eyes, right? So, yeah, we'll go in here and,
Oh, yeah, the eye.
yeah, you could, you could zoom in and, get over to the eye and work on that. So maybe we
That's
want
what
to,
blurs that, because I looked at that, it's got two catch lights because it's blurred.
yeah, yeah, so,
Yeah, my topaz will take care of that,
mhm.
take care of the blur.
I'll put him back in, I'll put him topaz one, see what it does.
Yeah, if you've got topaz AI and all.
So maybe I'm just, see, it's affecting everything, but now when I go to masking and I take a brush, it's just gonna go where I paint it
Yeah, there you go.
there, so. So there it is. And maybe I want to do a little bit around the eye. I can kind of do that too. So there you go. All right.
Good.
What's the price today?
Yeah, good, good. Did we get everybody?
Got one more.
Oh, you got
I've
one
got
more.
one more.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Nice.
Down at, Whitewater Draw.
That's a sandhill, right? Yeah, yeah.
Is that recent, Don?
Yes, that was, oh, that was January first,
Oh, really? Okay.
second, something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Probably the first, because we spent 3 nights in Tombstone.
Okay,
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
Went,
fun.
went there the first morning.
uh-huh.
Don, you put a white vignette on this one?
Yes. Yeah. I did that with, radial
Uh-huh.
filter,
Mhm. And just inverted it.
just converted.
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Very nice.
So basically what I was driving at before, I'll do it in Camera Raw rather than Lightroom, but it's same theory. The tools are placed a little differently because they have different developers working on the Camera Raw than they do Lightroom. But we go into Camera Raw here. It's kind of the same thing. So if you go to your local filters here, and maybe we'll just select subject, which did a nice job here. Okay.
It does a pretty good job anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe I'm just gonna lighten him up here and then see if I hit these 3 dots. Now I can duplicate and invert, which is basically what we did in the other program, but not quite as easily. We copied, pasted, and then
Right.
inverted. So it was a 3-step process rather than just a one. So now you see that it's inverted itself. So, and in that case, you know, you can come in here and I don't know, maybe we want to take the highlights down a little bit, and the overall exposure. Yeah, so you can do it that way. While we're in here, there's some other things you can do to kind of play with it even a little bit more. There's you got the ability of doing color range and luminance range masks.
I played with that, I just don't have much luck with it, I just can't.
All right, well, let's play with luminance range first. Okay. So first thing you got to do is pick up what you want. I want to get this really light color here. Okay. And it gives you a slider. So basically, this is how it feathers off. See, if you go tight, it's going to get real chunky. And if you go far out, it's going to really feather it off soft. And the same on this end. It's going to do the same thing here for the darks. And then this is the actual area that you're selecting This is probably not a real good example because everything's kind of in the same luminance there, tone. But that's how you affect it. And then basically, like any mask, you can, do whatever you want with it. So if you want to.
That might be part of the problem when I'm using it on pictures that the color's too even across the
Mhm.
spectrum.
Yeah, let me see if I can find something that's a little easier of an example. Let's see here. Let's hide this. Hmm. Well, you know what? That one shot of Jim's, where was it? Yeah, this one. Let's play with that a little bit, see what happens. Okay. So I'm gonna go into camera raw. And go into my local filters for masking. And in range, I'm gonna pick luminance. And then again, I'm gonna go over here and just pick this area. All right. You can see, you can limit it a little bit by narrowing this down or moving it. So as you move it, it picks different areas of the photograph. So maybe I just want to work on this area. Okay, and you can decide how hard you want it to fall off. So maybe something like that. And maybe I don't want it everywhere, okay?
Right.
So the other thing you can do is you can do a number of things. You can either intersect, which is a little more advanced, where it would only go where you paint, or you could just do subtract and get yourself a big brush and just go in there and get rid of the areas you don't want. That's the easiest way.
In your workflow, where do you most likely to use that towards the end or towards the beginning?
I kind of use it toward the end, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. If it's a troublesome area, like it's too hot, I'll bring it down immediately after I do a little balancing to kind of see how the image looks. Okay. So maybe that's all we want to do. Let's get rid of this here too. Yeah. Okay. So close enough. All right. So maybe I want a little more detail on the highlights. I want to make them brighter. Okay. Maybe I want to warm them up a bit. Maybe make them a little redder. Yeah, something like that. So you can preview this by using this little eyeball. Maybe I got a little too much white there. Let's take that down a bit. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Play with it.
You're always running the risk of getting it too far.
Exactly. Yeah. So you want,
Fine line.
I like to go too far and then back it up.
Back it off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's handy.
Yeah. So here, I'm oversaturating it and I'm pulling it down to where
Yeah.
I kind of think that's about right.
Mhm.
Okay. You can also use your curves if you want.
Can you compare that to his original? I want to see.
Yeah, you just turn this eyeball off.
Big difference.
Yeah,
You're getting that afternoon sunlight effect now.
right,
Golden hour.
right, exactly. Yeah. So now you can grab this little tool here and kind of see what happens in that area.
Yeah, that smooths it out a little better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a little bit. And if you go into your blues, the opposite of blue is yellow, right? So you can warm it up even a little more or cool it off, whatever you want to do. Basically, the mask is there and you got all tools. And you can keep stacking these up. You can turn around and go the other way. You could play with your shadows. Like So maybe we want to take the shadow side and cool it off. So let's create a new one. And we'll go back in here to luminance or color, but let's do luminance here. We're going to pick that. Okay. And I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. And again, I don't want to affect the trees or the sky, so I'm just going to subtract. I'm going to grab a big brush and just erase the parts I don't want to affect. Real quick here. Okay. Close enough for horseshoes. All right. And then what I want to do is maybe I want to cool that area off a little bit. The other thing you could do is even you can go into your blues and I'm going to over exaggerate them, but you see where it's affecting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take it down so it's obviously a lot more subtle. So you can create your warm and cool feel that way. You know, very selectively pick whatever areas you want to work on.
That's cool.
So it's a real nice way to work. So you can do it either in Lightroom or in Camera Raw, whatever you prefer. So I hope that was helpful.
Very.
Yeah, okay, good. Hit okay. All right, so there's your before and after. Yeah, you just got to play with it. I'll send you guys a YouTube on it that might be helpful. It'll take you through it a little more. Okay, I was in old San Juan recently, so I'll show you guys that. Just had the iPhone, so these are all iPhone photographs. This was just, you know, a guy with his birds, you know, they put the birds on you and take your picture.
Oh, okay.
Charge you for the portraits, that sort of thing. But he was just basically hanging out. And just one of the food vendors. I really liked what was going on in the metal around her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was kind of a dingy day, but the colors were fun. Yeah, it was raining out.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. And then this was walking around at night, just kind of looking through a window in one of the bars.
Look and run.
Through the bars, at the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. Yeah, it's just kind of a slice of life shot. Yeah, here's another one where I actually shot through the doorway.
That doesn't look quite as scary.
Yeah, yeah. But I kind of like the checkerboarded floor.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, and then the two gals in white, three gals in white, but the two that are facing kind of fun. And then this is on the way out to Almoro, and when we were walking back, we were kind of on the low part, and the main walkway was up. So it was kind of shooting up a hill, and it was kind of fun. Kind of fun to different point of view. And an old soda place. I just like the contrasting colors, and I had shot it in the
Mhm.
daytime earlier, and all the doors were closed. And then when we were walking back in the evening, I saw that they were open and shot it again. So that was fun. And I love the old cobblestone streets there.
Mm.
And I just took advantage of the flare there from the sun going through the doorway. This is in Almoro, the old fort that's out on the point there that protected the harbor back in the day when they brought all their, booty of gold and everything else. And had to protect it somewhere.
Very interesting angles, Sandy, on that one.
Thanks. And then this, we were walking around, they built another fort to protect the land side because they got flanked once. And after that, battle, they decided to build another fort. This is San Cristobal, which is more east of El Morro, to kind of protect the northern coast and also the land behind the fort, so they couldn't make a land approach to try and attack them. But I like the door being open and the cruise ship parked out there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's kind
Like
of fun.
two worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah. And I just love the texture of this wall.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's nice.
Pretty weathered. And
There we
unfortunately,
go.
there's some people don't like us there.
Wow.
So,
So have you ever heard the story of where Gringo comes from?
no.
Down here in Nogales, just beyond, there's a little town called Cananea.
Mhm.
And there was a US presence over there. It was a mine. It was owned by a US military leader. His name was Green.
Uh-huh.
And they, because they speak English kind of poorly, they just said gringo go. Or
Or
go,
green go home, go home.
Gringo.
Yeah. Green go home. Yeah.
Everybody-
Excellent.
The balloon's a gringo.
Yeah, excellent. Well, let me stop sharing here and get
Great
everybody
pictures.
back, and let me kill the recording here. Hang on. Where are you? Stop.